Well, hello, everybody.
Hello, happy hump day.
I know, right? It is a hump day for sure.
That is
Hopefully,
the
everybody's doing good today on a Wednesday. I miss you guys. It's
oh
been a
yeah.
long week.
It's been a long week, but it's still a short week. It's still 7 days, right?
How you been? Been good, Keith? Everything good with you?
Everything's good. I had my follow up visit to my heart doctor this week, so they think I'm doing good, but they want me to go see another specialist and all that. Which I never heard of this type of specialist. Um, an electrophysiologist. To me, that sounds like a scientist, not a specialist, but
Hey,
hey, but
you
so
never
far
know.
good, and I think I have 46 days until my cruise, so that's what I'm looking forward to.
Well,
Make
let me see, you got 46, and I think I have 44.
yeah,
Whoop, whoop. Utopia of the seas, back at it again.
we're gonna be in the ocean at the same time, but too bad across the
Woo.
waves, you will be home already, and I'll still be out there. Because that would have been good if we
I
could have
know.
got
It's gonna.
two ship tours at the same time.
Oh, could you imagine? That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah,
That'd be very cool. Well, let's welcome everybody in. I'm hoping you guys have a great Wednesday so far. We're half of the week, hump day for sure.
yep.
So let's welcome in everybody in the chat. Welcome in Cruise Nuts. Thank you so much for being here. Mr. Harlan, welcome in. Always lovely to see you every week. Muncie Channel, hello, my friend. Thank you so much for being here. Controversial Cruising, Mr. Scott. Howdy, sir. Thank you so much for being here. Mama Nancy is in the house. Welcome in, Miss Joanne. Love you very much. Oh, we have Jess Cody in the house. Thank you so much for being
Yeah.
here. And Mr. John Eso. Hello, Mr. Eso. Thank you so much for being here today with us. So, hopefully, everybody's having a great Wednesday. Today, we're going to be talking about the port of San Francisco.
Every time I've looked, like I only noticed the weather of San Francisco this year because the one time I was there, I was like, "What's the weather of it?" I was like, "It's by San Diego. I always see San Diego is nice. Let me check San Francisco." I was like, I was so jealous. I mean, it's summertime, high 69, low 55. So jealous. That's so comfortable. That's so
Yeah,
for me. That's so beautiful out there. I'm like, oh my god, but it doesn't. I think but in the wintertime, it don't get cold like it does over here. I think it's just like
right.
the same weather all year round. It's so, I'm like, oh my god, it's like so jealous. But
I don't know about you, Keith, when you're doing your research on these different ports that we do every week, I learned something new.
yeah,
Um, like I learned, and we're going to talk about this on the show, but it was really cool to learn about Alcatraz. That was really cool. Like I was like, oh.
you know.
So it's going to be a lot of fun. Our show is going to be a lot of fun. Hopefully, you guys enjoy the weekly show that we bring to you guys. Go ahead.
But some say Alcatraz is haunted. That's
I
also a myth. That's also another thing I heard. They
I
say,
know. Mm,
I watched a ghost show one time. I don't remember why, but they were saying like at night, they like the night person were working there, and there were
mhm.
certain parts of that jail cell that the people were afraid to go to that worked there because they were saying it's haunted and everything. Just to say, don't. Don't go there at nighttime, or don't try to get a job there because more than likely they're gonna stick you at nighttime.
I know. Hello, M. Welcome into the show today. Welcome in. I do have like a question for you guys, and you guys can put it on the chat while we go through the show, and then we'll come back at all of those questions. Would you guys pay, on an excursion to go check out Alcatraz? Is that something that maybe you guys enjoy doing? That's a question for you guys. Welcome in, Mr. Frank Wagner. Mr. Frank, it's weird. I'm glad to see you here today. I actually had you in mind today, and I was going to send you a text to see how you guys were doing and check up on you today. But I'm glad that you're here today with us. So yeah, it's just a little question that I have for you guys. Um, would you guys go check out Alcatraz? I was like, I don't know.
So here's the other thing. Let's actually, if Alcatraz, if they say it's haunted, like crazy, one of these bad haunting things, right? offered $1 million to sleep there overnight
Oh no,
by yourself, would you do it?
I don't
If
think
it's going
so.
the way that they say.
Would you go? Would you do it? Would you go
Oh
for a
no, no,
million
no,
dollars?
no. I'm sorry. No, no, that's not happening. Don't get me wrong. I've had my experiences. I was fine with that, but you go there, I know it's gonna be the bad ones, the bad energy ones. Next thing you know, I'm gonna be walking backwards, my neck's turned upside down, crawling up the walls.
The problem there is that you have nowhere to escape. That's the issue.
Yeah. And the
It's
thing,
all water. It's all water around you.
and that's the other thing. And the thing is, it's you could be just standing there, and all of a sudden, remember, it's old, so you might hear the pipes might sound old, have the old noises. You're gonna be jumpy as soon as you hear it. You're like, what's going on?
Look at Mussy. Mussy said, I will imagine how many cruises you could go on if you survive.
Yeah. Well, don't get
Look,
me
Bruce
wrong.
Nut says, I would do it. I'll stay in 100 house for less than $1 million. Ooh, you're brave.
Don't know. I mean, I've had, like I said, I've had my ghost experiences. I believe in them because I only believe in things that I actually see or physically has happened to me. But I'm just sorry, I just don't feel like having, something throw me around or put me upside down or something.
Well, welcome in. It's Big Pete's Life. Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here today. M is saying, checking out Alcatraz, a big maybe not. I have seen the stories on the History Channel and they have perceived it to be haunted. Just saying.
So Emily, since you talk about it, for $1 million, would you sleep there overnight?
Ah. Hey, Miss
1 million.
Margot. Thank you so much
$1
for
million
being here.
Would you sleep there overnight, tax free, and also you don't have to pay taxes on it because you know how the
I
government
know.
is.
Look, that would be fun. I think
Next thing
Scott
you know,
may have been to Alcatraz. So wow, Scott, have you been to Alcatraz? That's too funny. Brief wife stay at a haunted house for free. She is. Hey, you never know. Let's see. Yes, I have, Cody, a Ghirardelli Square and a few restaurants and bars in Chinatown.
you're looking
Then
for that.
Cruise Nuts. We stayed at San Anthony in San Antonio, in which is one of the most haunted hotels, and sometimes in the middle of the night, pull up the sheets of my. Nope, I'm good. You know what? Nope. That's it. Thanks for letting me know that's the place. So whenever I go over there, I know where not to stay.
Like I said, I've had the issues. Whew, like
Hello, Cruising JK. Thank you so much for being here.
that's either my nephew or my brother. So one of them.
Look, let's see what Harder says. Don't know if Alcatraz is haunted, but you must make a reservation and go there more than a year in advance. Man, that is crazy. Well, guys, we had that was a fun start of the show. Okay, wait a minute, hold on. Mr. Frank says we are booked in a haunted hotel in Mobile before our cruise. Ooh, Mr. Frank, I don't know. All right, guys. So let's start our show today. We're going to be talking about the port of San Francisco. We got a lot of fun things to talk about. Alcatraz is going to be one of them. So stay tuned and let's get this party rolling. Well, guys, today, like I said a little bit earlier ago, we are in the port of San Francisco. This is a great port altogether. I personally have never been to San Francisco, but I actually learned a whole lot about this port and the areas around it and all the cool things that you can do in San Francisco. So maybe most of you have already sailed out of San Francisco, maybe been there on a vacation and all of that great stuff. So if you have, and you have maybe some pointers of where to go, maybe a restaurant or maybe an excursion or something that you enjoy doing there, just put it in the comments, so that way we can come back at it later on and we can chat about it. Okay, so the Port of San Francisco is a semi-independent organization that oversees the port facilities at San Francisco, California, United States. It's run by 5 members commission appointed by the mayor and approved by the Board of Supervisors. The port is responsible for managing the larger waterfront areas and extends from the anchorage of the Golden Gate Bridge along the Marina District, all the way around the north and east shores of the city of San Francisco, including the Fisherman's Wharf, and in the Embarcadero and southward of the city line just beyond Candlestick Point in 1968. The state of California, via the California State Lands Commission for the state-operated San Francisco's Port Authority, established in 1957, transfer its responsibilities for the harbor of the San Francisco waterfront to the city of the county of San Francisco. The Port of San Francisco lies in the western edge of San Francisco Bay near the Golden Gate. So could you guys imagine leaving that port and getting to see the Golden Gate? I think it must be something wonderful to see. No different than those who come to Tampa and they could see the Skyway Bridge when you can go underneath it. I think it's phenomenal. Like the people that go to New York and they can see the different bridges and the Statue of Liberty leaving the port. I think those are some of the amazing places where you can see really cool stuff like that. Okay, it has been called one of the 3 greatest natural harbors in the world, but it took 2 long centuries for navigations from Spain and England to find the anchorage originally called Yerba Buena. A port was set in its early days in which all fleets of the world could find anchorage. The port area under the Commission's control comprises nearly 8 miles of waterfront land, commercial real estate, and maritime piers from Hyde Street on the north side to Indian Basins on the south side. The list of landmarks under the port controls the Fisherman Wharf, Pier 39, the Ferry Building, the Oracle Park, Pier 70, Portero Point, and Embarcadero. A little bit on the history in this area. The first landing place of the northern eastern tip of the San Francisco Peninsula was a rocky below the Telegraph Hill, later known as Clark's Point, and the San Francisco Bay at the line on Broadway and Battery Street. Yerba Buena Coast swept the island from the subsequently named Clark's Point to as far as Montgomery Street of the west, and further south to east Rincon Point and the South Market area at the foot of the Folsom and Spear Streets. The founding padres of Mission Dolores and the other Northern California missions found the Yeti at the Clark's Point convenient landing for their commerce in hides and tallows. So could you imagine all this stuff happening there during that time? In that same location where the Russian ship anchored to load supplies for meat and grain, early European visitors where they tallow. It was through the British Raccoon in 1814, and in the French in 1839. The sloop, which arrived in 1840, was the first warship to fly American flag in the San Francisco Bay. Only on July 9th of 1846. The sloop gave 21 gun salute to Captain John Baring Montgomery, and a detachment rowed ashore of the hoisted the American flag and the American flag pole in the small settlement plaza, later named Portsmouth Square, in honor of that ship. So I would go, if you kind of like picture yourself and you go back to that time, I think that'll be a great time, in the United States history. I'm going to guess when that part of it happened. A little bit more about this port. Immediately, the municipality of the San Francisco was given the right by General um, Kearney, acting as government of California, to sell water lots in the tidelands between the Clark's Point and Rincon Point, so some cities might gain revenues from the sale. At the same time, the owner of the land at the foot, Telegraph Hill W.S. Clark, built a timbered wharf, and the location became known as Clark Points. Later, substantially wharf 750 feet long and 60 feet wide were erected on the depth of the water. When the gold was discovered in California, the first hulk of an old iron revenue steamer, the James Cain Polk, has beached at the foot of the bluff near Clark's Point. So these are so many different things on the historical part of this port today. If we continue, there is a lot of more information, but I know we have to give time for the whole show to, we have segments. So right now I'm going to pass you over to Keith, and he's going to bring you in all that is to know about the news in San Francisco.
Welcome to the port of San Francisco. So, for those of you who don't know, we also had a big history over there, which is the gold rush, right? In case everybody forgot. So the weather today was a high of 69 degrees, low 55. The minimum wage out there is $18.67 an hour. Gas prices are, as you can imagine, in California, they're always higher in California than the rest of the United States. So it's $4.73 a gallon. And currently, there are no cruise ships docked there. And the next cruise ship that they will get is the Carnival Miracle, and that will be on the 16th. So that's it. Well, that's not all the news. So that's it for my little short segment, which I always like to do, is give you guys what everybody makes and all that. So I have a news story here, which I'm going to read off to everybody. So this is not recent news. I think this might happen last year. It happened within the last year. So a cruise ship anchored in San Francisco after mystery illness sickens passengers. So let's lower the stuff. A luxury cruise ship, the Queen Victoria, has anchored in San Francisco Pier Wednesday. More than 100 passengers and crew members became sick with an unknown illness. The Carnival Cruise Line ship departed from Florida on January 22nd. The cruise was scheduled to make a stop in San Francisco before going to Hawaii. The CDC and prevention said 120 of the ship's 1824 passengers, as well as 25 crew members, reported feeling ill during the voyage. Patients, it was gastrointestinal, I can't even pronounce it, symptoms including diarrhea and obviously, vomiting and all that. So more likely, it's the way it sounds like it's probably they all got sick with the norovirus. So that's with that one. I have two more stories. Okay. So Crown Princess passengers frustrated over a delay on San Francisco, Mexico cruise. And this was published on December 13th of 2023. So let's get that. Frustrated Crown Princess cruise ship's passengers were left upset about having to wait to set sail on a voyage from San Francisco to Mexico. Crown Princess departed San Francisco early Wednesday morning, but before that happened, passengers took it to social media to voice their disappointment, frustration with how the cruise line handled the schedule of the delay. One person posted a video showing her 82-year-old father and family, plus thousands of other people waiting in a drafty warehouse. The person continued to say there was no food available and water was limited. So obviously, a lot of passengers were frustrated, and obviously, because of where they were waiting, they weren't, I guess, they must have waited. It's not saying how long they were waiting for. No, there's not. They were all given. Okay, so pushback. So passengers planned for the original delay, but they were not expected to be pushed back even more. Crown Princess departed San Francisco at 1:15 in the morning on Wednesday, almost 5 hours more than the original delay. They were all given $25 of onboard credit. So they're like a 5 hour delay, but I mean, I can stand passengers will get mad. It's your cruise day, but sometimes things do happen. That obviously I don't understand why they weren't allowed to onto the ship. It didn't say if the ship got back late, but more likely they probably got back late. So things do happen. And now I have another news story. Let's get back. Let me get this. Okay, so let me pull this story down. Okay. So this is actually this story I really did not like to. Obviously, I put it out there because there. So basically, so Oakland is in San Francisco. I guess. Oh, it's right next to San Francisco. Oakland. They are trying to actually. Some reason it's not letting me see the whole story, but so basically, what happened is the city of Oakland. One of their police officers was shot in the line of duty, and they're trying to get like 400 and like So Oakland tried to recoup $461 in extra pay from widow of slain officer Tuan Lee. After finding out Oakland had overpaid a police officer who was later killed in the line of duty, city officials asked his family to pay the money back according to Oakland's police union. I mean, it's only $461. I don't know if it's per month, but whatever. But he died in the line of duty. I mean, you should not have to. They shouldn't be worried about getting $461 from one of their own police officers who died in the line of duty. So my opinion with that one is, I just think they're wrong with that. But that's it for the news, and I will pass it off to Tinkerbell as she will get on to the next segment.
I love hearing that music. All right, so before I start my next segment, which is around the port, I noticed that Big Pete Life had a question here for us. And he says, his question is, what is considered a good drink package discount? I logged in yesterday and saw that it was buy one, get one 50% off, but that's at 25%. I feel that there has been better discounts. I do agree with you. There has been better discounts. I actually seen one not so long ago. Buy one, get the other one half off, which it was kind of like 50% off on the second person. But I haven't seen one currently right now. The only one that they have right now, I can tell you, and I'm going to answer your question really quickly. Let me load it up. There is one, but I don't know if it's that same one. Right now, the one that I see that is available, at least for me, is a 20% off. So I think if you have 25, that's maybe a better deal. So hopefully that answers your question on that one. So now we're going to talk a little bit about what to do around the port of San Francisco. There are many things to do in this port. And while I was looking for some information to share with you guys, this is what I found. Many of the city's leading most tourist attractions are located in the port, including the Hyde Street Pier, the Fisherman's Wharf, Pier 39, and access to the Alcatraz. These attractions can draw about 15 million visitors annually to San Francisco and the northern waterfront. It's a $5 metro ride away from San Francisco Airport to the Embarcadero station. So for $5, you can go from one side to the other. It's also a good 20 to 30-minute walk from the Embarcadero station to the cruise terminal to take a cab at the Hyatt. So it depends, you're staying at the Hyatt, depending if you just want to go there, if you're traveling the night before, you're going to get on the cruise. So it's about 5 minutes metro ride. Or if you like to walk, but I don't know which anybody would like to walk a 20 to 30 minute with your luggage and stuff. It's up to you. The hotels are near the cruise terminal. A new terminal just opened at Pier 27, and it's everything a cruise ship might want. It has electric shore power, so the ships don't have to run their engines in the port, and boarding areas are heated, air conditioning, especially designed. They actually spent $3 million renovating that area, and they designed 3 million passenger elevator and a ton of other amenities. On occasions on the pier, which are close by, you could also have a printable map, a cruise calendar for this port. You can download that information. And you can also check the festivities and different festivals and events that they have in San Francisco while you're at port. So if you're going to be going one day to San Francisco and you want to see what's to check out, you might want to check out their festivals and events. You can Google festival and events in the San Francisco port, and they should show you a little map or different calendars with different types of events and stuff, which I think that was phenomenal. Let's talk a little bit about sightseeing. The most attractive of American cities is regularly voted by the city in the United States, which is San Francisco. It is adored because of the colorful history and dramatic setting of the different atmosphere that San Francisco can bring to the people out there. A quality missing from the synthetic as Los Angeles is a regular trendsetter and everything alternative, from flower power to free love to pride itself and being down to earth with the culture. The streets roller coaster up and down the hills, and when it's not in the city trademark, there's superb vistas in San Francisco Bay. They're spanned by the world's famous sites, the Golden Gate Bridge, surrounded by the hills, and the urban development traversed by the bridges, the dotted and sailed in 14 small islands, including the notorious Alcatraz. The base at the largest inlet in the California coast, the Fisherman's Wharf, is one of the most places that they have visited. And at the edge of the bay is a popular place to eat, stroll, and shop with the residents' seals' favorite photography subjects. So you know that over there you see seals galore, and you're going to see them on some of the information that I'm going to show you here shortly. So when we were talking about Alcatraz and all that other stuff that we were talking about, this is what it looks like. This is Alcatraz at its, this is just an island. You do get a ferry that it will take you there. And it's just kind of like weird because I've never, been to this area, but I never knew that this was kind of like an excursion kind of thing that you can do. And these are some of the pictures inside. I do have a short video. I would like to, it's about a 38-second video I would like to share with you guys. As you guys can see, the island of Alcatraz as we're coming in here. Then this is where you will come in and check out all the cells and things like that. The outside, of Alcatraz. And look at all those seals. That's like hundreds of them. So could you imagine? I think it'll be a nice kind of like excursion to do to check it out. But like Keith says, I don't know if I'll stay there during the nighttime to sleep there. I don't know. That's kind of like strange. But look at the Golden Gate from that angle. Beautiful, just amazing when you get to see the different views of that area. If you're thinking of maybe possibly going to visit the Fisherman's Wharf, this is what it looks like. They do have some of the cable cars that will take you there. And also, there's restaurants and different places where you can have lunch or dinner there and ice cream if you like. One of the cool things that I actually enjoy about reading about San Francisco is the cable cars. I could see myself, vlogging something like this. I've never been to San Francisco, and I think it's really cool to see all the little hilly sides of San Francisco and, get to ride these little cable cars. And also, you also have the city tour, which is the double decker tours that are always going back and forth, and they pick you up from different points of, areas, and then you can, hop on, hop off, and you can see, San Francisco from many different views. I think to me, I think San Francisco has a lot to offer. Like I said, I personally never been, but I don't know if many of you might have been or maybe are thinking of going. So at least this is some information for you guys to know before you go. And hopefully you guys are enjoying this segment. I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to Keith because he's going to talk to you a little bit about excursions and some possible restaurants options that he might find around San Francisco. So Keith is about to take it away. Sorry, I almost forgot to put Keith on.
I'm here. That's okay. Okay, so let's start off with the excursions, and then you can finally find out what you might fill your tummy up with, which is one of my favorite parts now. So let's get to this first one. Okay. Okay, so this is prepare yourself to see some large trees out there. Okay, so here we go. So this is a small group half day Muir Woods and Sausalito morning tour. Sorry if I did. I know I did not pronounce the MUIR correctly. I've never. I don't even know what. Supposedly that's English, everybody. But so, oh my. So these are the redwood trees, I'm assuming. I mean, look how gigantic they are. Oh, sweet mother of God. I mean, you can put the whole Ewok village there. That's why, I mean, look at the size of these trees. Oh, wow. Okay, so let's get back to it. I know I get amazed sometimes over here. So this costs $99, right? And it's where the hell is, okay, so it's a 4.5 hour tour. So $99 for 4.5 hours is not bad. And it's in English, obviously mobile ticket. They will pick you up probably at the hotel. And so what you're going to get is a 4-hour morning tour to the Moore Woods and Sausalito from San Francisco. Spend time in the ancient redwood forests in the Moore Woods, which I see. That was great. It was the redwood. Cross the Golden Gate Bridge and see the Pacific Ocean. If those of you who do not know about the Golden Gate Bridge, is the Golden Gate Bridge is made to move back and forth, because why? Earthquakes. So they actually made that so that the bridge would not collapse during an earthquake. And you have the option to stay on your own at Sausalito and more time to explore. And this is good. So say if you got the cruise on a Sunday and you flew in on a Friday, so you do this like if you're there for the weekend, a hotel pickup, guide, gratuities not included, entrance to the Woods National Monument. So this is a really, really good tour, and it's not expensive. It's $100, but you're getting 4.5 hours of. So you're really only paying like $20-something an hour. You know, you gotta look at it that way. Obviously, food. Don't say anything about food. So if you do it, bring snacks. you don't want to get lost in the forest because you know what's going to happen if you get lost in the forest. Bigfoot is going to come for you. So you better watch out for him. And let's get to the next one. So please watch out for Bigfoot, and and there's a lot of other creatures that mythical creatures that they say are in the United States. I forgot about the other. What's the other? Sasquatch. I am not trying. I hit the wrong button. I started putting in a video file. Okay, so let's do this one, and then the third one is the best one. So this is you can go Yosemite National Park and Giant Sequoia Day Tour, $209 a person. And how long is this tour? Then I'll get back to the picture. Wow, this is a really, really long tour. So this says there's something you do the day before, and this says it's a 14-hour tour. I've never seen a tour this big amount. This is one of the bigger tours that I've ever done, but for $200, 14 hours is a really good one. And we will find out if they're going to provide snacks, but you're going to get a lot. I mean, look at the size of that tree. That tree is humongous. Humongous, like I say. I told you, these trees are big. I mean, see, you get some really, really good sightsee and everything. So I know it's something. It's a 14-hour tour, but it's something you may want to consider. And you're going to get some really good seats, and especially for someone like Cruise Nuts out there who has the drones, you'll get really good drone footage on over here. And let's see, overview. So your full day trip to the national park from San Francisco. Choose to hike, explore the valley, visit center, and more. Hear commentary from your guide on Yosemite National Landmarks. I know I'm saying it wrong because I know I'm saying it wrong. So I apologize if I am. You're going to get an expert guide commentary. What? Let me finish this commentary. Hotel pickup and drop off. Free, unique, geo-based audio guide. But what is not included? Gratuities, which we all know. Child safety is understandable. But food and drinks is not included on a 14-hour tour. Hey, it's still worth it. But just let you know, you better bring a full book bag of water, snacks, everything. So just prepare yourself. Bring some extra water in case somehow you get lost in the woods. So do that, or somewhere or other. So okay. So have you ever wanted to go to jail? I mean, nobody really wants to go to jail, right? But now is a chance. I'm telling you, you have a chance right now to go to jail. I mean, you don't want to go to jail, but you can go to jail the legal way, right? Well, actually, it's all legal, but you don't have to be in jail for 5-10 years. You're going just going there maybe for a couple hours. If you choose to, you could go overnight to jail. Well, here we go. So now you are going to go to jail in Alcatraz, which is an old jail cell. I think it's I think it closed down closed down before I was born. One of my favorite movies, which was in Alcatraz, which I haven't seen in a long time. I got to watch again. I think it was called The Rock. This is with Sean Connery, right? It was a really, really good movie. I really enjoyed that movie. So this is your chance to go to jail, but you got to pay money in order to go to jail. You're going to have to pay $148 to go to jail, right? Okay, so let's get some pictures of jail. Obviously, it's tight quarters, right? So this is for one person. I mean, sometimes they will have the bunk beds and usually get 2 people in. So obviously, there's no air conditioning here because this was built before we even had air conditioners. So do yourself a favor, but you're going to get a nice tour of going to jail, and do not be surprised if you're walking and something taps you on the shoulder and you look, there's nobody there. Or if you see the doors open up and close by themselves. It is haunted. Okay, so here we go. and it says Indians welcome. Obviously, it has to because this is during the time where obviously it was built. When obviously there's a lot of segregation going on. That's why it says the Indians. Obviously, I think this built was built a long time ago. So here's the jail. Let's, let's get some other photos. Maybe that the travelers did. Okay, the people going there. Let's get some better photos. And yes, you're gonna go to jail. You get a nice view of that. And like Tinkerbell said, on the top, there's a lot of what do you call them? Seals? I was about to say seagulls. So this Alcatraz Island. So this is a really really good experience. It's going to be really really a unique experience to go to jail. So it's the only time you can actually go to jail and you say, "I'm looking forward to going to jail." Okay, so let's get it's how long's the tour? It's a 2 to 5 hour tour, and so this is a two-in-one package. It offers a convenient way to explore the city, discover infamous Alcatraz Island, explore the oil guys, see the Golden Gate Bridge up close on a San Francisco cruise, and sightsee at a time that works best for you. And what's included: round trip, admission, award winner, 60-minute bay cruise that goes under the Golden Gate Bridge, official Alcatraz ticket for a ride to the Island Valley of 45.25. So this is 148. You can even just do it on your own if you felt like it. So you don't just have to do it through here. Okay, and now let's get to what you're gonna eat while you're out there. So please, let's get to school. Okay, so I'm gonna pick these restaurants real quick, and let's go. Let's get to the crab restaurant. I know everybody likes seafood. I'm not a seafood person, but I'm always gonna put it out there for everybody because a lot of people like seafood. Oh, I know my father-in-law would love this right here. He's a raw clam guy. It looks like, I mean, if these are oysters, please let me know because I don't know the difference. They all look the same to me. Oh, I mean, these are big. So let's get to the menu. What are you gonna have on Thanksgiving menu? I mean, what are you gonna have like a crab turkey? I mean, come on. Okay, so here we go. Mussel shrimps. Let's see. Okay, there's no arrow. Okay, I'm just gonna use this. I'm gonna scroll down real quick for everybody, and then we're gonna go on to the next restaurant. So they do have some. It's not all seafood. Obviously, you see they got some burgers, pastas, but I mean they have crab fest, a crab for 4 people. They got these crabs are huge. Okay, there we go. Let's just go scroll down quick, and if you want to see it, please pause it, and you can see that part. So let's get to the next menu. Oh, okay, so I was just reading the chat. And I hit the wrong button, everybody. I'm back. My house is not haunted, everybody. Oh my God, I am pressing the wrong button. I apologize, everybody. I keep pressing the wrong button. There we go. Oh, I am so sorry, everybody. Okay, so this is a waterfront restaurant, and you can see it's beautiful, gorgeous restaurant where you get something waterfront over there. So let's get to the menu real quick. So I'm gonna try to do this menu real quick, but the only thing you always gotta say is whenever you get a restaurant, anywhere, wherever you go, it has usually a beautiful view on the waterfront. Most of the time, I'm not saying all the time, the food isn't the greatest. It's more about the view, and they will overcharge. Just saying, but I don't know. But I mean, this food does actually look good. So I'm only going to bring out the dinner menu. So I'm not going to do all the menus because we are limited on time right now. So if you want, please come back here. Oh my God. Yeah. I will. Okay, so if you want to see it, pause it. I was not expecting a menu like that. So let's go get a lunch menu. See if it's a little different. Everybody, please also on the same thing. So just pause it real quick, and if you want to see it. So it looks like the menu, the way they make the menu, it looks actually kind of tricky. I'm gonna be honest with you. The menu does not look like it was a well put out menu. The food still might be good, but it is not a well put out menu. And in other words, I'm basically saying the menu does look a little trashy. But I'm not going to say that the food is not good, because from the pictures the food did look good. Okay, so let's get to the next one, and after that one, it will be the final one. Right. Yeah. There we go. So this is it's called Beach Chalet. So it's a restaurant slash, I think, a brewery. So I think it's a brewery also. Champagne. They got a lot of music. Monday prime rib. So they have happy hour breakfast. No, I do not want to make a reservation now. And they got a big parking lot if you are driving over there. Say you went there for the weekend. Okay, so let's get to the menus real quick. Let's just get to the dinner menu. Let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna scroll down slowly so everybody can see. So, very wow. Um, the steaks are a little bit pricey. I mean, you got a 12-ounce New York strip for $54. I mean, if you're paying that amount, the food must be pretty good. So you would think so. I mean, let's say 34-ounce bone-in ribeye for $120. At I've done the porterhouse for two for that price. So this is a really expensive. It's more expensive than like going to Ruth Chris out of just in Ruth Chris in general, especially out of New York. But that's about it for all the food. So if you want to come back, you could come back.
All right, before we continue, we got to say happy birthday to our lovely friend Scott McNeil that is in the house today. Scott, I wish you many, many, many more birthdays. Thank you for being a great friend of mine. And I wish that one day again, shortly in this future, we can sail again together. So happy birthday, my friend. Hopefully you're having a great birthday.
Yep,
So,
happy birthday and many more. Like
and welcome in, Maria. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for being here. So yeah, guys, so this was across the way from San Francisco. Hopefully you guys enjoy it.
Oh yeah.
I've seen a couple of comments about Alcatraz. I'll even put a comment out there. You know what? It will be cool, Keith, to do an across the wave Alcatraz stay overnight.
I will not go to sleep. You will see me sleeping in the corner like this, and next thing I know, you're gonna hear walking the sticks, and so they're gonna be like, "I'm the captain."
Oh, look, Scott is headed to Boston in the morning. Are you going on a cruise? Ooh, he's heading to Boston. So yeah, that'll be kind of cool, to do like, I would do it, I would do it. I would do like an across the wave, bring all of our friends
overnight for $1 million. Yeah.
And then we have Cruise Nuts doing all his drone footwork over there outside. I think it'll be really cool. Okay, so he's going to Boston to visit his brother for the weekend. Well, hopefully you enjoy with your family.
Well, if you are driving on I-95, you will be going past me if you are driving past into New York. I don't know where Scott McNeil lives, so.
I think if I'm not mistaken, I think he's in the Panama City area, around that area over there. He's in Florida.
Oh,
so
okay.
He's in the Panhandle.
Well, I mean, if you're driving the whole length of 95, that's a long drive. That's about
what? That is a long drive.
What's that about? That'd be about like 30 to 35 hours.
Yeah, something around there. Been on
Because
that route a couple of times. I bet you've been on that one. I've done the Tampa to New York a couple of times. It's a long drive.
yeah, and going to Boston is like an extra 3 to 4 hours.
Hmm. So, guys, do you guys have any other questions before besides the ones that you already posted on San Francisco? Let us know. We'd be more than happy to answer all of the questions. And in the meantime, we're just going to open the floor up to whatever. We got like 10 minutes to enjoy our time
Yeah.
together.
Oh, definitely. We could talk about the ghosts. Like I'm not even kidding you. Like I have literally seen ghosts. Like I'm not even kidding when I tell you. People think I'm crazy, but I woke up one time and I'm not even kidding. Where I used to live, right? Woke up. I look at my bed. My wife's sleeping next to me. I look and I see like a guy wearing the North uniform from Civil War, black guy, with a rifle, but the ones that have like the knife on the end of it, right? I look, I'm like, I'm dreaming. I'm thinking this all in my head. So I go like this, wipe my eyes, thinking I'm seeing things. I look, and it's still there, and I can hear it breathing, and I see the cold air coming out of his mouth. And at that point, I go, "What the fuck?" Excuse my language. I go, "What the fuck?" And the ghost looks at me and disappears into the shadow in my bedroom. I'm like, "Oh my god!" Okay, that's when I said they were real. So
Well, to Ansi, look at me. I can even speak to Ansi to answer Muncie's question. The question is how much does it cost to go to a San Francisco Giant baseball game? According to Google, the ticket starts around $6 all the way to an average of 117. I don't know about the $6, but that's what it says on Google. Look at Harlan. He's like, yeah, bring in the ghost stories. Bring them on.
yeah,
I know that Cruise Nuts. He said he's not afraid of ghosts. Neither is Pete. So I don't know.
I mean, I've had it. I mean, the thing is like I've had times where I could feel like I can. You tell me the house so on to walking out. I'm not gonna be able to just see them, but I could feel if there's sometimes I feel if it's like you can feel the energy. It's more about
Right.
feeling like the energy. The one time I remember I was walking in like Cape May with my brother, and all of a sudden I felt like really really negative energy so bad that I could feel like my chest was like getting tight, right?
Oh my
And I looked
God.
at my brother. I told my brother, I said, we gotta get, we gotta get the f away from this house. I was like, there's bad energy out. It's evil. And after I told my brotter, all the hairs in his arm stood up. And as soon as I got about a
Like I
block
gotta get
away,
out of here.
as soon as I got about a block away, I felt fine. But also, Cape May is that whole town is haunted. They have a lot of old Victorian houses. Like I love Victorian houses. They are
Right.
gorgeous and everything. But I don't know if I would ever even think about buying one because every time you watch a ghost story, a Victorian house is haunted.
Well, you know what? I wonder how many people will watch a live stream if we go over there and spend the night there. We
Oh,
do a whole night live stream. Like,
so I'm telling you what will happen. If it's haunted, the live stream will not work.
oh my God.
No, 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 no. So I worked at a job years ago, right? They said
Wait a
this at
minute.
this
Hold on.
one. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, Keith. Harlan says, I took a ghost tour in Quebec City, got injured by a ghost while on the tour. Okay, you're gonna have to elaborate a little bit more so that we can know how did you get injured by
Yeah.
the ghost.
So I was working this job, right? So they had a couple of buildings, right?
Mhm.
And we were told, and we used to work we were work the overnight shift, but we would never go into that building because everything was outside and in a different building. And so we all of a sudden we finished our work. We all decided to go up there one day, right? Because people have told us that they have literally seen someone that they never saw all of a sudden start moving stuff and everything. and it was literally a ghost. And they would turn around, who is this guy? And the person would nowhere to be found. So the one guy I work with says, I'm taking my camera up there and we're going to record the whole time. The minute we walk in and the minute we walk out. The minute we got to the floor, and I'm talking about a phone camera. His whole phone camera went static. It went blank. He was recording the whole time. We left as you left, and it came back as you got off that floor. To me, that's how you know that ghosts are real.
That's crazy. Well, look, Scott Manier likes to go to Salem. He likes to go to Salem here. They're asking Harlan, how did you get injured?
Maybe
saying, go ahead.
Maybe the ghost made him do like the grudge stuff, trying to smack around.
Look, Emma say if we go and try it, she will watch it, but she won't come along. No, and we need you to come along. You can come along and bring Fiona with you. There you go.
We need everybody.
Okay, here we go. So we're going through a haunted part of Quebec City. A ghost pushed me up from behind. No one was standing behind me. Oh no! See, nope.
That's evil. That's an evil spirit. Evil.
Yeah. Look, Fiona will be your guard dog.
So my wife believes that if you watch ghost shows and you're the type of person you watch it all the time, you're gonna attract ghosts to come into your house. She used to yell at me, "You gotta stop watching shit. That's why this house is haunted."
Oh my God, that is crazy. I know that there's a couple of different places like here in Florida where you can I think it's in St. Augustine they have the haunted tours that they do there, and some of the hotels are haunted too.
Oh yeah,
there. So it's just like I guess every place has one.
no.
I don't know about Alcatraz, to be honest with you. I don't know how that place is during the evening or the nighttime. But a lot of people, back in the time, they tried to flee that area and they just couldn't. I don't know. Did anybody? I don't know. I didn't get to read a whole lot of it, but I don't know if anybody actually made it out of there, like try to leave the place and are still alive.
Yeah. I don't know.
Arlen says, not evil spirit, just a spirit that didn't like us going through their neighborhood. I bet.
Well, spirits are like territorial. There's also spirits like they say there's in every home there's a spirit that's a protector that's supposed to protect the home from the evil spirits. Yeah.
Well, there you guys have it.
So that's what they say. I learned that from watching some of these ghost shows where someone did a thing to get rid of spirits, and they got rid of the good spirit, and then the evil spirits ran wild on the house. And yeah.
Well, Muncie said that one guy successfully escaped, but wasn't heard from him again.
Wow,
that's interesting. Very interesting. Someone had to buy an infrared camera. Put them at all points.
See, we should go to Alcatraz, but then we should hire one of those ghost hunters.
Oh my God, I wonder. To be honest, I wonder. We're talking about that whole situation, but I wonder if there actually has been people with those types of things that have gone there and spend the night and probably seeing things like that.
Well, I know that there was a ghost show. That's the reason why I know I've heard about the things at nighttime, because I saw it like on TV. So I think it was one of those like ghost stories. But I'm talking about I might have seen this maybe like 5-10 years ago.
Well, there you guys have it, guys. So next Wednesday, real quick, we're going to be in the port of Amber Cove. We're going to Dominican Republic next week.
I would love to be there right now. I mean, beautiful port. I actually, I did an excursion there, so actually, maybe I will bring that up since I already did the excursion through the carnival. And I will not be using the same website because I'm already booked on another cruise that's going to Amber
Oh,
Cove, and that's
nice.
our group cruise.
I know. So yeah, we're gonna be going to the port of Amber Cove next Wednesday. And I like it because it's in the Caribbean, nice and warm, great people over there.
Yeah, definitely.
You get to do like ATVs and all sorts of really cool stuff in Amber Cove. So I'm looking forward to bringing, us bringing you guys this show next week. I don't know what else we're gonna learn about Amber Cove because even though that we've been there, you still learn a couple of things when you're
Oh,
researching about the
yeah,
area.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a big cruise. It's a big area, and I actually that's one of the better ports that I've been to because they have so much stuff to do at the port.
Right.
The pool's there. You got a lot of stores. A lot. Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah, and especially that new area that they just built there. That's phenomenal. That new area at the inside of the port.
Yeah.
So, and I
Oh,
actually have some footage. I might take some footage out of there to bring it to you guys, like that pool area that they just. I think you went there not so long ago too, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I just went there.
Okay, so this what we'll do. You'll bring that footage since you're gonna be doing excursions and things, and I'll let you handle that part.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I actually have some footage from my excursion. I just have to. Actually, it's probably right on my laptop, so I just have to
Okay.
find it. So
And you are right, Harlan. The DR is one of the top exporters of chocolate, and it's really good. I don't know if you guys have ever had the hot chocolate there. It's so good.
that's good. The cigars are good, but you also have to watch when you buy stuff. You could go one place, then to another place, and the price will change dramatically.
That is true.
You know, I remember. I think they wanted it for like a bottle of white. I'm talking about DR, right? Not even just Amber Cove. When I was at a resort near La Romana, and they wanted for like a bottle of white Hennessy, like a couple $100,
Oh
right?
wow.
And then when I got to the airport, they wanted like the same price for three bottles. So the price
Hmm.
is going to change. Right.
Right. Well, real quick before we let you guys go, check out this small video we have for you guys today.
Welcome back, everyone. We're here to announce our next group cruise. It's an 8-day vacation on the Carnival Mardi Gras, and it's for more than just traveling with Tinkerbell or cruising with Keith. This one's for all of Across the Waves. We're heading out on August 30th and coming back on September 7th of 2025. Here's the itinerary so everyone knows what to get ready for. We're departing from Port Canaveral in Orlando, Florida on the 30th. We've got our first 2 days at sea, so you've got plenty of time to check out the ship. They've got Shaq's Big Chicken at the back of the boat, free pizza, a huge pool, slides, and even theater shows on the lower decks if you're into that kind of thing. From there, we'll be stopping at St. Thomas, San Juan, Amber Cove, one more day at sea, and then the brand new Celebration Key. If you're interested in joining us, you can book now at jagonzalez@expediacruises.com. The phone number is 813-608-2935, and the website link will be in the description below. We hope to see you when the time comes.
We hope to see you all there when the time comes.
Yes, please come. It will be fun. You know.
Actually,
Yep.
Keith and I, we were talking about this the other day. If you guys are planning on coming with us on Across the Wave August 30th of next year on the Mardi Gras, we might be able to, because we were thinking about maybe possibly doing an Across the Wave excursion. But we decided that we will do something in Celebration Key. And maybe depending on how many people we have, we might be able to get one of those private cabanas. And between all the group, everybody pays a little bit of the portion and we can get a big cabana and maybe we could do something across the wave all together there.
Yeah.
So that's something that we've been thinking about. Keith, did you
Oh,
receive the package?
yes. I totally forgot. Muncie, I want to thank you for the race car. Actually, on my next news story, you will see it in the background. So I already recorded the news story, and and once it'll probably be out tomorrow because it's already late. So it takes a lot of time to edit.
Oh, well,
But
that's awesome.
yeah,
But see, everybody's liking that idea, Keith. So we might roll with that. It just depends. We got to figure out the cost of it, and then we also have to figure out how many people are going to be coming on across the wave, and then we'll split it equally amongst everybody. And then instead of paying for an excursion, we can pay for the cabana, and then we can all just enjoy the cabana and enjoy like a
Yeah.
big family, a big party there. So I think that will be great.
Yeah.
So. So Muncie says she just want to make sure. Well, he wanted to make sure that you got it. So he got it. He got the car. He's gonna put it up there tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
How big are those cabanas? There's different sizes, right? I think
Yeah. There's all different sizes.
we will have to check and see what size, how many people it fits, and what is the
Yeah.
cost of it, because we want to make sure that it's, we stay on the low cost, for the things that we're doing to make sure that everybody can participate. That's the big,
Yeah. I mean, they got ones that are really expensive, and then they got ones that
Mhm.
are a decent price. Like I think I
Yeah.
saw some of them. They were like a couple $1,000, and then I saw some of them that were like under 1,000.
Right. So it all
You
depends,
know?
how many people. And then I guess, we'll do like kind of like a Zoom call, and with the people that are going to be going to, kind of like do this on a little bit more private setting, and then we can talk about it and figure out from there. So it was just like something that we wanted to put out there so that you guys can know. And then we are still going on an excursion to Kmart. Yes, we are going on that excursion because I want to see Kmart in St. Thomas.
Yeah. I mean, this will be my first time in, because in all the other places except for Amber Cove, I've been in Amber
Mhm.
Cove, but the other places I've never been to. So I'm gonna want to walk around, probably do an excursion somewhere. I think when we do Amber Cove, we might do that beach thing that we did last time. So basically, it's a private beach getaway, but it was so calm and peaceful over there. It was really good, you know.
Yeah, maybe we could do Megan's Bay. My husband likes to go to Megan's Bay because he actually found the bushwhacker drink. He said he likes it better over there in Megan's Bay.
Mix
So
Bay is in where? Is that
that's in St. Thomas.
okay? I don't know, never been there. So,
Look, M
so,
says Garo's Nest went to Kmart. Everybody wants to go to Kmart.
so
But
St.
yeah,
Thomas,
guys, go ahead.
actually, technically, you're on U.S. soil because St. Thomas is part of the U.S. Virgin Islands, right?
Correct.
So technically, if you get stuck and you forgot your passport, just make sure you got your license in St. Thomas.
That's right. Well, guys, hopefully you guys enjoy another Across the Way from San Francisco today.
Yeah.
Keith and I do our best to bring you the best show that we can bring out here. And that way you guys can enjoy and also maybe learn something new. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here today, for your support, not only on our channel, but also on Across the Way. If you
Yep.
have not subscribed to Keith's channel or mine, please go and subscribe. If you have, make sure you hit that like button and always share.
Yeah.
Keith, do you have
Definitely.
anything else you want to say? Do you have anything
Uh,
coming this week?
so at some point tomorrow, I have some cruise news. So I will be putting it out tomorrow. It's been like so tough for me right now. So I like to put 3 to 4, but lately it's been 2 to 3 because I've been so busy with
Okay.
work and all that.
Right.
And I'm not sure about my live this Friday. I may or may not do it because I have a lot of errands to do. I have to help my mother with some stuff. So I'm not gonna know probably till later in the afternoon if I do it.
Okay.
So
Well, I have a live stream next week, and I apologize for everybody that was waiting on a live stream yesterday, but my daughter just started her sophomore high school, and I had a meeting with her teacher yesterday, so it was a little bit, even though I got here at 6:30, I was like, I'm not going to risk it because if God forbid that I don't make it on time, I don't want to, have you guys waiting. So
yeah,
next week, we do have a show, and it's already out there. The thumbnail is out there, so we're going to be talking about that subject on Tuesday at 7 p.m. So with that being said, I love you guys all to the moon and back. Please have a safe week. If not, you'll see Keith on Friday, but if not, then it'll be another Across the Wave next Wednesday and a Tuesday show for Traveling with Tinkerbell. Um,
yep.
no, her teacher does not know I have a YouTube channel. I know, right? But it is what it is. It was she's into volleyball, so we had a volleyball meeting. They were going through the different things. So, but it is what it is. So I was there representing the mom. So I love you guys all. Take care. Have a safe rest of your week. And toodles, capoodles. Hasta next
Well,
week.
hasta
Right?
la vista, baby.
Hasta. And then we go with the dance, Woo, the dance.
Put
I love
your
you guys
hands
all.
up, raise the roof.
May God continue to bless you guys. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Toodaloo.